Rockstar Games. I love how the game starts off with a newspaper boy selling stuff that nobody cares about. Also, I know I'm late to this since we're in October, but since I'm sending a Rockstar game, I might as well add my 2 cents to the whole GTA 6 leak situation. I find it ironic how some people hated the idea of GTA 6 having a female protagonist. That is also the same people simping for her and already Rule 34 her on Reddit. There's also people on Twitter saying GTA 6 looks terrible and underdeveloped, even though it is. People must have forgotten how video games were made. The game's not gonna look like it's ready to drop tomorrow. For example, this is what the script used to look like.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yeah, no, this game takes place in 1911, and I know for a fact people used to talk way worse back in those days. Who knew Rockstar Games would ever actually try to play it safe?
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
This woman reminds me of people who believe any GTA 6 leak out there. It is the second half of 2022, damn near almost 2023, and we still do not have a flying car out to the public. Wow, so this is how we get introduced to a character that only exists for one mission. John walks into a bar and finds Jake before he was about to get plowed by a hooker.
This is where we part ways, friend.
This is the last we ever see of Jake in this game. Jake could have just given John a map and marked where Fort Mercer is. What made John think he can take on Fort Mercer on his own, especially when Bill ends up coming out on top? Also, John survives this.
Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
How are you just going to use most of your money and resources to save this man's life just to instantly complain about it when he wakes up? Don't you run a ranch? You know this medicine doesn't come cheap. I speak for everyone who has played this mission when I say, fuck this race.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Wasn't John hired by the marshals? Why couldn't he have just gotten help from them before going to Fort Mercer?
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them one of them Williamson boys?
Jonah does not understand sarcasm.
Looks like we got company, boys!
How bad do you have to be at shooting a revolver if you miss those 2 shots from that distance? The man just got shot in the leg and he acts like he just took a nap. And just like that, a wave of enemies pop up out of nowhere.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died.
Yeah, about that. This game does not give us any more information about John Marston's daughter. To rub even more salt into the wound, the main story and epilogue of Red Dead Redemption 2 acts like John Marston never had a daughter. I think I speak for everyone who has played this game when I say, fuck these cow missions. Also, the honor system in this game is pointless and it changes piss all. The only real difference is how NPCs will react when you're around them. Just like in almost every Rockstar game, the only way to truly have fun is to be an asshole and kill everyone, which neglects the overall theme of redemption. Here's what I hate about this mission. If you try to take a detour off the main road, West Dickens will just die faster. I don't have time to be playing by your dumb rules game.
Please, sir, my son is missing. I need your help.
So after John finds what's left of her son, the game won't let you report back to the woman when you go back to the sheriff's office.
We've had this problem for months with this group of bandits who are getting drunk and murdering settlers. Last night they went to a big place up near Ridgewood.
Isn't Ridgewood outside your jurisdiction?
Please don't shoot me. Some bandits came by and took us hostage. They're holed up in the farmhouse.
This woman somehow knows the bandits are in the farmhouse when she was locked inside this barn. John even had to shoot the wooden planks off just to open it.
You know I don't want to kill you.
Actually, you do want to kill him. How did the wrestlers set the barn on fire without anyone noticing? Someone actually locked the barn door from the inside and left to the roof. Shouldn't the bandits immediately kill Bonnie after the double cross and John killing half of them on their way to her?
Patent tonic.
Anybody can make that shot.
No, not anybody can make that shot. I'm sure you're not capable of making that shot.
What? You think you can put a hole in a man's hat and just walk away, do you?
Isn't that what you asked me to do? You literally just told me to shoot the hat out of the sky.
It's mine! It's mine!
Seth will now become your resident golem. So you mean all this time he wasn't in a cell or tied up? There is no way those balls are not falling off right now.
Next, we need to procure some grand and overwhelming firepower. And for that, you need to contact an old friend of mine. Goes by the name of Irish.
This is where Rockstar started to become lazy with naming characters. Let's see. He's Irish. He gets drunk a lot. Oh, I know. Let's name him Irish.
I don't like women, partner.
Whoa there, Seth. Back up a little bit. I'm usually not the type for nitpicking, but Seth said he was taking the bodies to a quiet spot to look for the map. But what is the point in doing that if you're just gonna throw the bodies out the back of the wagon anyway?
This man is a fucking charlatan. He just got done swindling us down at Cho Springs with this song and dance.
Except the swindling actually worked when John used his Deadeye skills.
According to the map, it's somewhere in that big abandoned house.
How is it that the front door is locked but the basement door is somehow open? Somehow Seth is able to break a lock by stabbing it. Is this man really not able to handle his own drink? The explosion somehow doesn't damage the tracks in any way.
What the hell's wrong with you, robbing these gentlewomen and ladies of the Lord?
Didn't you used to join a gang of outlaws? This makes John look like a hypocrite. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you AAA Gaming.
Get out of here! All of you! Last chance to walk away! Come on!
Smoking. None of these guys tried to immediately shoot John after being tricked.
Bill's already run off to Mexico yesterday morning.
Javier Escuela. He's gone to see Javier Escuela. That should make things interesting.
I couldn't have said it better myself, John. This game does not really get interesting until this point in the game. It makes no sense for these people to be shooting at John, since they only really want Irish dead. Make Mexico great? It's strange how your captive isn't even tied up. John Marston wins the poker game. Mueller gets mad and assumes John Marston cheated, then he pulls a gun on him. This feels like an excuse to add conflict so there can be a duel.
You, the man they call Marston, see? You like killing? Watch me cut her throat.
And this comes out of nowhere, so it could be another duel. I know this is a AAA Western game, but come on.
Apart from a rat beating every other hand he can find, my name means something.
Oh, so now you want to claim your name means something, even though earlier you said your name doesn't mean much anymore.
Landon Ricketts. Not a name that means much anymore.
Since when does a stab to the kidney count as an instant kill?
Marston, you're gonna have to do something.
What?
You have to go out there and stop that train before it crosses the bridge.
So you want John to stop a train with no supplies on it? There is no way John was able to stop a train that quickly within that short of a distance.
I need some information, DeSanta.
All in good time.
Well, this is pretty much most of the game. John tries to get information on Bill and Javier, comes across crooked individual, said individual demands John help him before he helps them. John complies on aiding them. Then the crooked individual continuously plays coy with John, thus leading to a big final mission where John finally gets what he needs to move forward. Rinse, cycle, repeat.
Paren! Papeles! Este camino está prohibido.
What do they want now? Act normal. It's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, that's right. Yell even louder so you can hear what you're planning.
Well, I'm little more than a peasant girl. But that's what makes Abraham the man he is. He doesn't care for their bourgeois, snobbery, or elitism. He sees the real me.
Sure he does, sweetie. All of a sudden, DeSanta turns into the Joker.
My brother! They will kill you if we don't get your ropes off.
Those are clearly handcuffs, not ropes. How disappointing. That was all there is to it. No cutscene or duel for John to kill this mustache villain. No nothing. You just run there and shoot him.
We shall be free, living together in a noble republic, justly ruled by fine men.
The thing that's ironic about this is that Abraham Reyes ends up turning into the very thing he was fighting against. Allende was once consumed by power and turned into a tyrannical leader. At the very end of the game, you find out that Abraham Reyes ends up being consumed by power and turns into a tyrannical leader. The Mexican army must have some terrible peripheral vision if you can't spot John Marston on top of this hill.
The
That wretched animal de Santa has been sent to oversee a massacre in El Sepulcro. Come, we must stop him and finally kill that vermin.
Why can't you accompany John? Isn't this part of your revolution? Those punches do not look like it hurts.
Oh, hurry up and kill me! Or just let me go!
The game acts like I wasn't about to kill the Santa.
The Captain DeSanta said he was here.
And you believe him? You must be more stupid than you look. Go shoot up some places.
Shooting a woman is honorable according to Rockstar. All of a sudden, Red Dead Redemption turns into Metal Gear Solid.
Meanwhile, you, my American friend, will drive this wagon at the front gate and jump off when you're close. He's been packed with 5 crates of TNT.
So what if John doesn't jump off in time and gets caught dead in the explosion? Then what? Did you guys just knock him out with a weapon instead of just shooting him?
Hello, old friend. It's been a long time.
Hello, brother. It's good to see you. I heard you was coming. You took your time, no? Come on, you're not gonna shoot your own brother, are you? We was family.
I am so happy I have played Red Dead Redemption 2 before playing this game. Now I can call bullshit on this. You and John hardly interacted with each other, not even enough to call each other brother. I know there's a way to hogtie Javier and hand it over to the Pinkertons, but I killed Javier in my playthrough. So why would John pick up his dead corpse and put him in a cell for no reason? None of these guys try to attack John even though he has taken lives on both sides. That may have been the dumbest moment in gaming history. Louisa actually thought she'd be able to charge at 3 people holding Smith & Wesson revolvers with a knife. I mean, I guess her death was supposed to be an emotional moment, but I feel as empty as some Dorito bags I get from the store.
You're the one who let Dutch drive you insane! Dutch wanted you dead! We all did!
Yeah, except for Arthur, the man that risked his life to save John. Oh yeah, and Charles. Oh, and that Sadie Adler woman. She wasn't too keen on letting John die either. And just like that, Dutch's men appear out of nowhere. Also, Dutch should have learned from the events of Red Dead Redemption 2 that camping near a body of water will gain a lot of attention. Yes, Dutch has gone crazy, but he's not stupid.
I know we cannot see the stars, but still my heart is pure, and we meet as equals. These savages must be spoken to simply in metaphors.
No, sir. I grew up on a reservation and attended school.
This idiot thought just because Nastas was a Native American, he was illiterate. I'm so glad this professor gets killed off in the Undead Nightmare DLC, even if it is in a different timeline. This guy comes out of nowhere. Well, that was weird. Dutch somehow thought shooting the binoculars would kill John. First person point of view at critical plot moments.
You shut your mouth, you treacherous snake! Holy shit, damn it, Dutch!
Did John just say damn it, Dutch? That was Nastas who just died. That's how you know 2 characters getting voiced by the same voice actor is confusing when even the protagonist in your own story is getting confused by the script. You gotta love how the game failed me the mission for killing Nastas' horse after the cutscene where Nastas died. Maybe I was wrong, Dutch has gone stupid after all. This man returns to Blackwater, a place he knows he is wanted for after the Blackwater massacre. It was so bad him and his gang had to flee into the mountains.
Our time has passed. Yeah.
-1 sin for Rockstar Games making the best antagonist in gaming history. I don't think anybody else will ever top him. Long live Dutch Vanderlyn. Hello players, welcome to the 3rd act of the game before the epilogue. You will now experience John Marston become a family man and do boring ass cow missions. Damn, what a coincidence that John re-encounters the same bear that once attacked him in the epilogue of Red Dead Redemption 2.
You think I don't know what you did back in the old days? I'm not stupid.
You could have fooled me.
You think I didn't sit up and listen to Dutch and Bill telling all those stories?
And Arthur, Lenny, Hosea, Sean, Charles, Reverend, Trelawney, Tilly, Miss Grimshaw, Mary, Kieran, Kieran Duffy, And Sadie, it's weird how you omit all these people, Jack. John is addicted to skeletons.
Hello, John. John Marston.
Do I know you?
I hope so. I seem to know you.
I know this strange man is either supposed to be God or the devil, but the game will never reveal his identity. There's even a scene later on where he goes to where John Marston will eventually be buried and said this is a fine spot. Not only is that creepy as hell, but I don't see John Marston's daughter's grave anywhere.
Damn you! Yes, many have.
The strange man is immune to bullets, and he disappears without a trace. I love how there's a way to fail the mission for letting Uncle die, but literally a minute later, he ends up dying in a cutscene. Rockstar's like, nah son, Uncle dies when we say so. Consistency be damned. John Marston's death is sad, but it's also somewhat preachy and irksome. Yes, I get it. The Wild West will soon be tamed, an outlaw can't outrun his past, and John did this to protect his family. But the Pinkertons' job was to wipe out anyone who was ever a part of Dutch's gang, and Abigail and Jack was once a part of Dutch's gang. That's a huge, massive plot hole left behind by Dan Houser and the team of writers at Rockstar. The game will never explain how Abigail Marston died.
You killed my father.
Your father killed himself with the life he lived.
You killed him. I saw you.
I don't know, Jack. You were quite a distance away when that happened. Now that is how you close a AAA Western game, minus one sin.
Yeah, boy.